Hey there, and welcome to MTG Meow, Magic Enjoyed Other Ways.
Meow.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Abbey.
And we're back finally.
Hey, what's up?
After our little vacation. So like we said before we went on vacation, we wanted you guys to tell us which set that we've played before that you wanted us to revisit. And from the votes that we got,
All two of them.
We counted them.
We did.
It seemed that you guys wanted us to revisit Lorado, so the Wild West Magic set. And I think that was a great choice.
I do too. I agree.
We both really loved playing Lorado, so I think it's going to be really fun to revisit it. It's been changed a little bit in the meantime, so it'll be cool to see how it's changed since we've looked at it. So if you've never seen Lorado before, be sure to check out our videos of it before. And if you want to try it yourself, you can go to planesculptors.net. The link is in the description. This set is by Shadow Centaur. He did a really good job with the set, so you should definitely check it out if you like custom Magic stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will be drafting it today on Planesculptors. And if you've never seen a Planesculptors draft before, they're kind of special.
You're in for a treat.
Since, as you can see, there's 7 Artificial Intelligence players and us, and the Artificial Intelligence is not very good. They just basically pick at random, so we can get, like, last pick Mythics, last pick Excellent Commons.
But I see no problem with that.
Yeah, it makes it for a kind of a fun draft. And to be fair, if you were going to be drafting this set online with, like, just 2 or 3 friends, you'd have to have some Artificial Intelligence players there, and this will be probably very similar to what you would experience.
Exactly.
Yourself,
it's like you're drafting with newbies who don't know anything.
Kinda.
It's great.
Abby just likes taking advantage of the newbies.
Yes, I do.
Alright, well, all that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's see what we get for Pack 1, Pick 1 from Lorado. So if you remember last time, kind of Lorado has the Warband mechanic.
Yep.
It brings back the Renown mechanic, so it's very kind of aggressive. So if we want to make a more competitive deck, we can go aggressive. They also have the Straight mechanic, which lets you line up converted mana cost of permanents.
Right. Yeah.
To get more things like you're playing poker, kind of. So that would go in a more controlling deck, but we'll see what we get in Pack 1, Pick 1. Alright, so here we are. So here's our first pack. We got Killshot, destroy an attacking creature. Pretty good if we're being defensive. Trinket Peddler. Yeah, it's not bad. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Trinket Peddler. I don't remember that one from last time. That seems kind of new. Kind of good with like the gun equipment mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
Horned Serpent, remember that guy? He gets pretty big if you can cast a lot of non-creatures. Devouring Wendigo, that's a fun one. So when it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand, choose a creature card from it. Oh, this is different from what it was last time. I think about the Devouring Wendigo. Wasn't that one where you sacrifice a creature, and then if it was a livestock creature like an ox or goat, it gets counters on it or whatever?
Yeah, I wonder if it doesn't say livestock at all, so maybe they've changed that mechanic.
So I guess some things have changed. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, we have Festering Black Lung. When it enters the battlefield, top 3 cards in your graveyard. Sure. Blaze of Malastrix. Ooh, that's a good one. That's our rare. So 4 mana, deals 4 damage to each creature without flying. That's pretty good. Just basically a Wrath of God for smaller-ish things.
Dracarys.
If you watch Game of Thrones, you'll understand that. Quick Draw. When it enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to a creature or player whenever you cast a non-instant spell during an opponent's turn. So that has to do with the Quick Draw ability that you can put on some sorceries and other stuff that lets you cast things at instant speed. Cast it during an opponent's turn, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So that's kind of a build around uncommon. Run and Gun, target creature you control gains haste, deals 2 damage to a creature or player. That's not bad. Wow, that's a really good deal actually. I mean, just 1 red, deal 2 damage to target creature or player for sorcery is pretty good. And then giving haste randomly, that's not bad. That's a new one too.
Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't sound familiar. So
then we have Centaur Fieldhand, enters the battlefield, create a 1/0/1 white goat.
Goats are still here.
Goats are still here, glad to see. Diamondback Naga, there's the Warband ability, which lets you pair creatures when they attack with each other and give them bonuses. This one gives Death Touch. And then we have Lumberwood Hide Behind.
Yeah, I remember that one vaguely.
Okay, I don't remember, but sure. It has hexproof unless it's attacking or blocking. So, okay, it's kind of safe from sorcery speed stuff, sorcery speed removal.
Hexcatcher,
Makade Hexcatcher, spells your opponent's cast that target your creatures can toss 1 more. Yeah, that's fine. Naturalize, we all know what that does. A Mechanical Bull becomes a 4/3 and attacks each turn if able. Well, gains Trample. Alright, so looking at the pack here, I think Killshot's fine.
Obviously, Blaze of Malastrix.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look. If Blaze of Malastrix wasn't here, maybe
the Wendigo, I would say.
The Wendigo is pretty good. If you can cast it on turn 4, the only problem is if you cast it late in the game, like turn 8, 9, or 10, your opponent might not have anything in their hand, but whatever. If it'd probably be, this would be our second pick, maybe Run and Gun even would be the pick after that.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, this guy seems pretty good too, but I don't know. we're just going to take Blaze of Malastrix here.
Absolutely.
Going on that. So even if we're going to be an aggressive deck, you don't really want to play Blaze of Malastrix and kill all your own guys, but it's good to have it as just a, oh crap, didn't go according to plan, need to reset the board. So
Exactly.
Alright, back in the saddle, return target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield against first strike in the end of turn. That's a cool trick. That's new as well. That's kind of cool. Kill shot, giant catfish, 3/3 flash. Also has an interesting synergy, which we might see later. Trigger Bane Ward, yeah, I was not impressed with this card at all. There's the reflex ability, the quick shot thing that lets you cast it for flash. It's just so mediocre, and I don't really like blue in this set very much. It's just, there's so many aggressive things, and blue is just not aggressive. Unless you're being a tempo deck, then I guess it's fine. But this is not a tempo card, it's more of a defensive card, and that's not really where I want to be. We have Riverboat Gambler, enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, or X is your longest straight. So that's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
if you
that's
can,
a good one.
If you can like get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this guy's a 5, that's not bad. We have Kyrie Brave, who pretty much underperformed every time we saw it.
Yeah.
Do you remember using this card? I think you played it in one of your decks.
I think I did, and I remember being underwhelmed with it, I think.
Right, because Warband, it's really good when you're attacking, but the second that these creatures have to go in the defensive, they're terrible. So, same thing we see here with like Diamondback Naga. It's just a 2-mana 2/1. This is just a 3-mana 2/2. They're great, again, when you're attacking, but if you ever have to take the defensive, not so great.
Yeah.
Maddening Song, that's a new one. So target creature attacks.
Yeah, I wasn't there last time, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Draw a card. Tawny's Charlatan, here's another rare. When it enters the battlefield, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is your longest straight. You may play those cards until end of your next... Oh, until end of your next turn.
That's
so you don't
good.
have to play them this turn. You can wait a whole turn. So you get to play this for 3, untap next turn, and still play them. That's pretty good. And that's in the color of our first pick, so I think we'll probably be taking that.
Yeah, I think so.
Diamondback Naga, Reflex on Moxonite Slugs. Yeah, that's whatever. Settle, search for up to X land cards, put them on the battlefield. Yeah, Wild Mustang. Wild Mustang isn't bad with Warband, but...
It's so cute!
It is cute. Rally Ridge Protector. Whenever it attacks, untap each other creature you control. Okay, yeah, that's not bad, but that's
Bird
kind
with
of...
a gun.
It's kind of, yeah, birds with guns are a thing in this set, but it's kind of far away from what we want to be. I think we're just going to take Tawny Charlatan.
Oh yeah, take the Charlatan, absolutely.
It's another good rare. It's in our colors. Why not? Ooh, Angelic Regulator. This is another rare,
That's
as you
really
can tell.
good one.
Drafting on Plane Sculptors, you get some late rares, but it's kind of fun. So It has 5 mana, 4/4 flying Renown 1. If it was just that, it's pretty good. But also, as long as it's Renown, other creatures you control get +1/+1. That's got to be our pick.
Yeah.
Hogtie. Oh, I think this one used to be different, but now it's the enchanted creature can attack or block as long as you control 2 or more creatures. I think it was just 1 creature before, maybe. So that's kind of like a worse pacifism. Redeem Blombringer, Renown 1 with a 2/2 for 2. Highest D Sigils, good for just getting things for straights, since it sticks around as an enchantment. See You in Hell, that's a fun card.
That's a good one, yep.
Great removal. Voracious Wendigo, sack creature, gains indestructible. Cattle Rustler, enters battlefield, gain control of a livestock. Vengeant Pact Maker, another warband with a menace. Diamondback Naga, Naturalize. Young Gun, ooh, okay, what's this? So exile target artifact you control, then return to the battlefield under your control. If it's a creature, it gains haste. If it's an equipment, attach it to Young Guns. Okay, so that works with like the ammo mechanic of the set.
Yeah, I think so.
Since it lets you, since a lot of the equipment comes into play with like ammo counters on them, and then they deplete, but this lets you recharge them, and it also gives haste to creatures, which is kind of interesting, and lets you attach things for free. I just don't think that's going to be nearly as strong as Angelic Regulator.
Yeah, Angelic Regulator is pretty strong.
Yeah, here we go. He changed the mechanic to loaded, so to show how many bullets it enters the battlefield with. So this has loaded 3, and you can remove a counter to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So interesting. I think we'll just be taking the Regulator
Absolutely.
here, though. The other one is just too much build around. So, all right, what do we got here? Cattle Drive. Create 3/1/1 white oxes. Not bad. I mean, that helps us to go wide a little bit. It gives all our guys, +1/+1, and we saw a lot of the cattle synergies last time we played. So, Naki Healer enters the battlefield and may destroy an enchantment. Sure. Dragon Slayer, sacrifice to destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. That's fine. Wild Shaper becomes a 2/2 bird. Sure. Outlaw Necromancer, when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton. Okay, that's fine for 4 mana. Voracious Wendigo again. Bloodshot Desperata, sacrifice an artifact or creature, deals 1 damage. Okay, so seems to be a few more artifact synergies that were thrown in. We'll see how that goes. Another Run and Gun. That's not a bad pick. Campfire. I like Campfire. It's kind of weak, but it's very flavorful and cool.
Yeah.
And we have Cultivate. Search your library for the 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put them on the battlefield. Cultivate's just a reprint, my bad.
Yeah.
And then we have, another rare. Karakwa Kairi Warchief.
Hey!
So whenever 2 creatures you control become paired, put a +1/+1 counter on both of those creatures.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so the only question is it the only other card that I really think that's worth picking here? It's like a run and gun to keep us in red. But
Dude,
I think,
definitely take the War Chief.
But yeah, I think I'm going to take the War Chief here because we don't know if we're going to be white. We could be green-red, and then we'll definitely want to have this guy. So we'll take this here. And we'll try and... Because there's not a lot of mana fixing in the set, so I don't think we can easily be 3 colors. So we're probably going to have to pick between either red-white or red-green. So we'll see how where the next picks take us.
Yeah.
Here's another Shapeshifter. Becomes a 2/5 Ox with lifelink. That's fine. Lost in the Mist, sure. Pine Gulch Bandit, Renown 1, sure. Scavenging Vultures, okay. Can exile things. Calamity Gunslinger gets +1/+1 as long as you control an artifact, that's fine. Maddening Song is whatever. Naturalize is fine. Sheriff Josiah Woods, the rares keep coming.
They
Sheriff
do.
Josiah Woods enters the battlefield. Gain control of all creatures enchanted by auras you control, then destroy all enchantments. Oh, so that's like when you have the enchantment that we saw before, like Hogtie.
Yeah.
You can Hogtie your opponent's creature, then this guy comes into play, you gain control of that creature, and then destroy the Hogtie. So it's like you're just gaining control of everything that you've arrested.
Yeah, you've hogtied it, you've arrested it, and you rope it in.
Alright, now that's kind of cool. That seems very much build around.
Yeah.
And I think our current first picks don't really work with it, so... Here's another Young Gun. Wow.
Yeah, we might want to take that.
And Tin Man Grifter. I was pretty impressed with Tin Man Grifter. It costs X less to cast, where X is your longest straight. All you need is like a straight of 2, and then this is just a 4/4 for 4, which is pretty good. But...
I mean, Young Gun's pretty good too, though, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to take Young Gun. Just looking at everything else here. Yeah, Young Gun just has the highest upside, I think, if we go into red-white. And this guy's great, but too much build around. So.
Yeah, and it's not even in any colors that we're using, except white, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going blue at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alright, Killshot, Dowsing Prospector, and just Battlefield Scry 1, sure. Horn Serpent, Nimble Spellslinger. I like this guy. Whenever you cast a spell, you can untap him. He has prowess, kind of tricky. Daggum Varmint. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under opponent's control, that player loses 1 life.
It's a squirrel!
Yeah, that's different from last time, so that's kind of cool. Asigati Fireshaper, Warband, spells that cost this creature cost 2 less to cast. Okay, that's, I mean, again, you need a lot to go right for this to be good. Although just having anything with the Warband, if we're playing the War Chief, is good, because then the creatures get +1/+1 counters.
Exactly.
Vengeant Pact-Maker, Warband, so that gives them Menace. Reach for the Sky, and tap a creature gets +3/+3 and gains Reach. That's kind of whatever. And we have another rare, Appleseed Ghoul. Whenever a land... I think we played this before.
We did. Zombie Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 0/1 green plant creature token, sacrifice a creature. Yeah, so that's just kind of a fun, value-y kind of thing to do.
It's also really flavorful, I think.
It is, but it's in black, which we're not at all, and green, which we're only barely touching and might not even play. So I don't know if we want to take that.
Yeah.
I think we might want to take just a more solid creature here. So I think we either want to take Killshot or like Vengeant Pact-Maker. Vengeant Pact-Maker is pretty mediocre. I mean, they're both. To be fair, they're both.
Yeah, to be fair, they're both pretty mediocre. But at least like Vengeant Pact-Maker has the mechanic that works with our War Chief. So I mean, it might be worth it in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you play it and you band them together, and it becomes a 4/4. So.
Although to be fair, I'm thinking, do we want to be aggressive here? We have like a Wrath, kind of a value thing, and like these really strong finishers. Maybe we just want to take the more defensive.
I mean, obviously, I enjoy being aggressive.
All right,
so
we'll let you make the pick here. We'll take Vengeant Pact-Maker.
Oh wow! But your hand is on the mouse.
It is, but I want to try and be a little bit more aggressive and see what happens.
Okay.
So. All right, we have first Feather. I could never say this one right last time, and I still can't. First Feather Elders.
There you go.
Just a 5-mana 3/3 Flying Vigilance, pretty good. Redeem Blawbringer, 2-mana 2/2 from round 1. Smoke the Peace Pipe! So Smoke the Peace Pipe is great if you can make tokens, because then you can just put this on a token and you're not really losing card advantage. Whereas if you put this on just a normal guy, it's kind of like you don't really want to have to spend a card on this ability. But let's see what else we have. Mind Collapse, tap some lands. Centaur Field Hand. There's something that creates a goat.
Yep.
Perfect for smoking the Peace Pipe.
Yeah.
Reach for the Skies or whatever trick. Then we have, so these are new dual lands. So they're pay 1 life, add 1 of the 2 colors, and then you can also sacrifice it to draw a card.
Yeah.
And Carnivorous Bog, same thing. I don't think we need either of these. We're not really looking to
Yeah,
be black.
we don't.
So I think it's either Smoke the Peace Pipe or maybe Redeemed Lawbringer.
Take the pipe, man.
Oh, the pipe? We don't have anything that makes tokens currently.
Not yet.
Not yet. That is true. Renowned Lawbringer is just a great 2-drop, though.
Well, then take it.
Comes down on turn 2, can become a 3/3, and then our opponent just could be dead if they have no way to deal with it.
All right,
so if we had like anything that made tokens, I'd rather take this, but I think we'll just take the Lawbringer.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a common, so it's probably going to see another Smoke Peace Pipe.
Maybe. Ooh, Drag Behind. I like Drag Behind. So you enchant a creature you control. Drag Behind enters the battlefield, exile target creature opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So it's like you enchant, so like we enchant Redeemed Lawbringer with Drag Behind, and we can just exile any creature until Drag Behind leaves the battlefield. So it's like this creature is dragging them behind. So that's probably going to be the pick here. As you can see, it's another rare.
But look at the next card.
Goat Herder. If we'd taken the Smoke the Peace Pipe, it'd be more of a consideration. But this is just such great removal.
Yeah, but Goat Herder is such a good 1-drop.
This is a good 1-drop too.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, Pine Gulch Bandit, See You in Hell, Sickening Revival, return a creature card from graveyard to your hand, loses life to its power. Tar Snare, oh that's new. We didn't have that before, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Freight Train, draw 2 cards and put Freight Train on top of your library. Yeah, that's kind of cool, but I think we're just going to take Drag Behind.
Yeah, as much as I wanted the other card, I think Drag Behind was the right choice.
Such great removal.
Yeah.
Alright, Trinket Peddler, this is our first back. We got it back. Horned Serpent, Centaur Field Hand, Lumberwood Hide Behind, Makata Hexcatcher, Naturals. We got a lot of green here.
Trinket Peddler!
Yeah, we're just going to take Trinket Peddler. So we have no artifacts for it currently, but maybe that'll change since we might want some artifacts for the Young Gun and now Trinket Peddler too.
Exactly.
Back in the saddle, return a creature card with mana cost 2 or less from graveyard to the battlefield. How many of those do we have? We have 1, 2, and that's it. Okay, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Riverboat Gambler, Kairi Brave.
Warband.
It is Warband if we do play this guy, and it's just, a 3-drop that gains first strike and can give other things first strike. I mean, I think we'll just take that.
Yeah.
We might, if this is the only green card we're going to play, maybe we can pick up like one way to splash it, which might be nice.
Yeah.
See You in Hell.
Cattle Rustler.
Another Young Gun.
Yeah, take the Young Gun.
So exile. So if we have 2 Young Guns, then we might want to prioritize picking up some more artifacts.
Some guns.
Yeah, so we can make it even better, see what we can do. We also have Bloodshot Desperata, sacrifice an artifact or creature. I think we're going to take that, unfortunately. I mean, we just have no interest in these green ramping cards, so it's not that great. But, I mean, it's a decent finisher. Like, if we attack our opponent a lot and then they're at 3 life, we just sacrifice 3 things and they're dead. Sacred Hoof Wild Shaper is,
take the Wild Shaper.
We'll take it over the Naturalize.
Make you an Ox.
And Last Pick Dowsing Prospector. Alright, so it looks like we're solidly in red-white here. We have some bombs with these things, and our first 3 picks were basically bombs.
Yeah.
And then we have just a bunch of good support aggressive cards, and we have this one green thing, so we'll have to keep an eye out for any
it's kind of funky,
Alright, let's see what we have here for the pack 2, pick 1.
Okay.
Another Goat Herder.
Obviously pick 1 right there.
Hogtie, very good.
Hey.
We're always pretty much going to have 2 creatures, so this is... it's a worse pacifism, but it's kind of a more fun pacifism at the same time. Even Deputy, but it's
howdy, partner.
It's hilarious, but we're not in blue. Horned Serpent, Blightwing Wild Shaper becomes 1/2 with Flying Death Touch. Gulch Bandit again. Riverboat Gambler again. Wow, that'd be good if we picked up a bunch of those. Scavenging Vulture. Trail Sickness. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. I remember picking that in the last time we played, and it's very good.
Hashtag dysentery.
Yeah, basically, your party died of dysentery. This is double black. We're kind of far away from that. Greenskin Gambler, when it enters the battlefield, may have it deal X damage to target creature where X is your longest straight. So that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
If we curve out 2-drop, 3-drop, into 4-drop, deals 3 damage to a creature right there, that's pretty good. So that might be the pick. Nain Rogue. Whenever you cast non-creature spell, target creature can't block this turn. Okay, that's fine. Rain Dancer, another ramp thing that's not for us. Stubborn Mule, I love Stubborn Mule. It's a 2-mana 3/3 defender, but you can tap a creature to make it lose defender. Very good with things like Goat Herders, that way you can just tap your goat tokens.
Tap them goats.
And Team Hunt until end of turn, up to 2 creatures get +2/+2, gain haste and can't be blocked. Wow,
that's really good.
That's pretty good. That works with like the warband kind of thing, just kind of giving the idea of everything working together. But I think we want to stay away from the green. So I think the pick is either a Hogtie or Greenskin Gambler.
Take the Gambler.
Yeah, Gambler just seems more fun. Let's try it out and see what happens. And Greenskin Gambler, I just wanted to see Young Gun again. So yeah, Young Gun can only exile artifacts, not creatures. So
well, got some guns here.
It's interesting because it says we can exile target artifact we control, and if it's a creature, it gains haste. So maybe we want to look out for some artifact creatures with enter the battlefield abilities.
Feather Swan!
Your favorite card.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll need it right now. Guthrum Deputy. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment or aura card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Wow. That's pretty good if we have a good aura. Do we have any good auras? We do have Drag Behind already, which is good. And if we can pick up a few more, that's
we'll see.
That's like half of Stoneforge Mystic, you know? That's
We'll
pretty
see.
good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Horned Serpent, Highest Sigil, Mana Storm Twister, that's fine. Again, not super impressed with the Reflex ability. Scavenging Vulture, Tar Snare's fine. Greenskin Geologist, when it's the battlefield, scry 1. Okay, that's a decent 1-drop. Helps get some longer straights, since we have that would give us a 1 mana cost creature. So.
Yeah.
Maddening Song, Campfire, Village Raid. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control does damage, draw a card. I mean, that's not bad. It's no overrun, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, rare equipment here. Loaded 2, so it has 2 charge counters. Remove a charge counter from Double Barrel Shotgun. Equipped creature deals 3 damage to target creature.
That's a good gun for our young guns.
That is, yeah, we have 2 young guns, and it equips for free when we activate the ability of Young Gun, and that just gives us 2 lightning bolts to creatures. Yeah, I think
that's really good.
That's gonna have to be the pick here, as opposed to the 6 gun, which is just super lame in comparison. So hopefully we get back half Stoneforge Mystic on the wheel, but we're definitely taking this double barrel spell guns since we have 2 young guns that work very well with it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, next we have Faraho's Shield. Prevent all damage that you dealt this turn except by creatures that are enchantment equipped or have counters on them. Okay, that's kind of whatever. Feather Swine.
Yeah.
Redeemed Lawbringer. Drive Off. Again, Reflex, kind of meh. Gone Fishing. That's the card that cares about if you have the fish or not. It's the only card, since I think that's the only fish in the set, so kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Wise Wing Wild Shaper. 2/2 bird. Ghostly Presence. It's kind of whatever. Calamity Gunslinger, as long as you control an artifact, it's +1/+1. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Rain Dancer, Rail Juggernaut. Oh, here's an artifact creature.
There you go.
Can't be blocked by creatures with toughness greater than their power, and it attacks each turn if able.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. It's kind of like a Juggernaut, so, not too bad there. Here we have Rune Volley, loaded 3. So remove a charge counter from Rune Volley. Equipped creature gains your choice of first strike.
Yeah, it's so-so.
Yeah, not super impressed by that. Ooh! Here's a red-green dual land that would help us splash the War Chief.
I don't know. I would go with the Juggernaut, to be honest. I mean,
well, you just want to go with the raw power, but I mean, if we're gonna play this guy, we already. How many warband things do we have? We have 1, 2, and that's it. So I don't think this. I mean, it can't be blocked by creatures with toughness greater than their power. So like the 2/4 can't block it, a 1/4 can't block it, and attacks each turn if able. That is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we exile it with Young Gun, then it's basically gonna make this. They can't kill it with if they try and kill it with a removal spell, we just exile it in response.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I really want this dual land.
Well, then take it. Your hand is on the mouse.
They're both uncommon. What do we do, Abby?
Honestly, I would go for the Juggernaut, but your hand is on the mouse.
We'll take the Juggernaut.
Oh, wow. I'm 3-3 right now.
The reason we're taking the Juggernaut is because I don't know if we're even going to play the War Chief. He's good, don't get me wrong, but if we can get enough good stuff in just white and red, we might not even need to play him.
Exactly.
So, another Drag Behind. Jeez. Goat Herder. Foretell. Sure. We're so far away from playing these blue spells. Snallygaster. 5 minutes 0/0. Seems pretty good. Enters battlefield with +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Sure, that's fine. 2 Smoking Barrels. Target creature gets +1/+1, gains double strike. Okay. Centaur Desperado. Sure, it's fine. Home on the range. So look at the top 5 cards. Put a creature or land card from among them to your hand. If you reveal a livestock, you gain 4 life. Sure. Wild Mustang, Warband, good. Shortbow does not have the loaded mechanic to be noted, which is kind of strange. It feels strange.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then we have Mox Night Mine. That's a kind of a really bad way to splash the War Chief, so I'm not so interested in that, but I'm very interested.
Yeah, take the Drag Behind, absolutely.
In another Drag Behind. So yeah, I think there's 1/2 Stoneforge Mystic again.
There you go.
Then we have Killshot, Even Dealer, Cyclone Rider, Nimble, Spellslinger, Snake Oil Salesman. I love this card. It's hilarious.
That's a good one.
You just exchange your useless Snake Oil artifacts for whatever you want from your opponent. We did play him last time we saw this set, and he's very cool, but
he is very, very cool.
Also very fragile and doesn't do much when you're taking 14 damage in the air. So Scavenging Vulture, Soulless Thieves. It's kind of a good finisher for the black decks. Naturalized, Rugged Lumberjack. Sure. We're just going to take Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah. So
half Stoneforge.
Now that we have, she just got so much better. We have 2 Drag Behinds, and can she search up any artifact? Oh, an equipment. When we have 1 great equipment, so yeah.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
Killshot's good. Conjure Frost, sure. Penetrating Round is whatever. Goblin Rough Rider is whatever. Maddening Song, Jackalope, Highest Courser, Wild Shaper, and oh god, Redeem Dead.
Oh.
I have nightmares remembering this card. You annihilated me with this thing. It is so good, but we are not playing black at all currently, and I don't really want to dilute our deck. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy's fantastic if we can play him on turn 2 or even turn 3 or 4. But if you play him a little later than that, he might not start doing much. So splashing him is just not necessarily going to be that great. Whereas I think we just need to start taking some things like Killshot. What do you think here, Abby?
Well, I mean, Killshot is probably the obvious pick here. But I like Goblin Rough Rider because, I mean, it looks like a Goblin Teddy Roosevelt. So
we're taking Killshot.
All right.
We don't base our picks based on how much the cards look like precedents. Alright, we have, another Redeemed Lawbringer, good 2-drop. Career Criminal, very cool card, but we're not going to be anywhere near that. Tawny's Huckster, another excellent card, love this card. Fantastic if you're playing slower blue control, but not for us. Blightwing Wild Shaper, Gulch Bandit, Thunderhoof Wild Shaper. So let's take a look at this one since it's the red one. Becomes a 3/3 with Trample, that's not bad. Icy Courser and Farmyard. Pay 3 mana and tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each boar, goat, horse, ox, and sheep you control. And we don't really control any right now,
yeah,
so that'd be great if we were going livestock control, but...
I mean, we have the Wild Shaper, though, Sacred Hoof, that turns into an ox, but, I mean...
That doesn't count. We're probably not even going to play that, so I think we'll just take the good 2-drop.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dex... Oh, my
God.
but
what about Nimbus Hog?
Nimbus Hog is actually... I thought we were joking for a second there, but Nimbus Hog is actually legitimately good. I mean, you can see it's a rare, and it's a 4-mana 2/4. You just... At the beginning of each combat, so your turn and your opponent's turn, you get to tap down a blocker and tap down an attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might
That's probably our pick right there.
Yeah, wow, that's really good. I think we're going to take... Oh, man. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we might get the other half Stoneforge Mystic.
We may get it back.
In the next pick.
Probably not.
Come on! We didn't get it. Hogtie. Yeah, we're taking Hogtie over basically nothing here.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Well, we got the other Stoneforge Mystic, so...
Oh!
It was pick 2. My bad. Come to daddy. Alright. This is looking great.
Yeah,
so we got Ferrado Shield, which is whatever, drive off, but yeah, we'll just take it for the sideboard. I mean, we could just basically end the draft now, and I think we'd have a decent deck.
Well, I mean, it's just a bonus getting the next the pack 3. So
basically, so we're just looking to kind of smooth out things. Maybe just get a few other like bombs if we can pick them up. Maybe some mana fixing.
Jackalope.
Last big Jackalope. So yeah, our deck is looking great here. We got some fantastic removal, 2 drag behinds. We have 2 Stoneforge Mystics with these things. We have 1 bomb, 2 bombs, 3 bombs, potentially 4 bombs, 5 bombs.
And this pack is not any different. Wow.
All right, well, let's take a look at what we got. We got Cattle Drive.
Another drag behind.
So worst comes to worst, we get another amazing removal spell. Kill Shot, Rally Ride Patrolman. Sure, that's a fine creature. Serpent, Wild Shaper, Black Lung, Snallygaster, Maddening Song, Wrangle. Gain control of a creature power 4 or less. Sure. Moxnite Slugs, sure. Another Young Gun. Wow. Volatile You. Oh, it's so funny.
It's so cute.
I love that card. And another Lush Mesa.
Yeah. So I think the 3 picks here are the Mesa, Drag Behind, and Young Gun.
Yeah, I think Young Gun's a distant third, and I think it's between Lush Mesa and Drag Behind.
We already have 2 Drag Behinds. I mean,
but it's like Swords to Plowshares.
Well,
basically.
then grab it.
I mean, it's better because they don't even gain life. You know. I mean, yeah, sure, if they get rid of Drag Behind or the creature, it's enchanting, it goes away, but if they don't have a way to do that, then we're just going to just kill all their guys for 1 mana, you know?
Also, is that guy riding a unicorn?
Yes. Yes, he is, because that's how Lorado does things.
That's how things are done in Lorado.
Back in the saddle, that's fine. Kill Shot's fine. Knocky Healers, whatever. Dowsing Prospector, Snake Oil Salesman.
Your fave.
Ghostly Presence, Tar Snare, Vengeant Packmaker.
More Warband.
More Warband things. Lumberwood Hodag. Whenever it attacks, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then it gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard until end of turn. That's pretty good, but...
What's a Hodag? Who knows, dag?
Good flavor text.
That's really good flavor text.
Another Redeem Dead. And then we have Tin Man Vaquero. Gains first strike until end of turn. That's wholly mediocre. So this is like one of the worst packs we've seen so far, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we need Kill Shot. We have 3 Drag Behinds, which is just basically better.
Yeah.
Knocky Healer is just too expensive. I guess we'll take the Vengeant Packmaker.
It costs the same.
It does, but this is just a 2/2 in the air where that might do something, whereas this is at least a 3/3.
Yeah, and it has warbands, so just take it.
It could give both creatures menace, and if we do end up finding a way to splash this, then we're definitely going to want the warband creature, so
yeah.
Guess we'll take this. Alright, we got Roaming Buffalo, Smoke the Peace Pipe,
Smoke it.
Stun Shot Centaur. It's actually a very cool card since it has Vigilance, but also a tap ability, so you can attack with it and then tap it later to still use the ability. Shellback Deputy, Tar Snare. What, the Deputy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very cute. Tar Snare, Wild Shaper, Cultivate, ISD Courser, Naturalize, Rain Dancer, Appleseed Ghoul, and Freight Train.
Zombie Appleseed.
So it's basically... we don't really want the Buffalo. It's a little too defensive for us. It's either Smoke the Peace Pipe, which I'd rather not.
I'd go with the Centaur, for real.
Yeah, I think we just want more creatures. And this basically does the same thing as Smoke the Peace Pipe, so it's like Smoke the Peace Pipe on a stick. So
yeah, on a stick.
We'll just take the Centaur. Alright, what do we have here? We have another rare. Rally Ride Quartermaster, Flash.
Rally Ridge.
Oh, Rally Ridge. And when it enters the battlefield, you may exile target equipment or aura you control, then return it to the battlefield attached to target creature.
That's pretty good.
So we only have the one equipment so far, and we have a couple auras. So this is kind of like if we like enchant a creature with Hogtie early in the game, but then our opponent plays like a better creature that we want to Hogtie. This lets us.
She's got Flash. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Flash is okay. I mean, I'm not super impressed by it. Let's see what else we got. First Feather Storm Ring enters the battlefield. Draw on this card. Starry Visions. Sickening Revival, Caracal. Target creature is +4/+2 and gains Trample. It's a little expensive.
Yeah.
Rough Rider, Lean and Huntress,
hey.
+2/+2 Warband. Rugged Lumberjack, Stubborn Mule, Village Raid, and Steel Stallion. So we don't have we do have a couple expensive things like the Regulator and the Centaur that we just picked up at 5 mana, which makes me think maybe we want the Stallion. I'm just really not impressed with this.
Yeah, she looks pretty intense. But
although, it's another synergy with our double barrel spell gun if we don't have the young guns.
Yeah, it
lets us get that again. So maybe we do want to take this over the Steel Stallion.
Yeah, I would honestly take it.
Alright, well, let's take it. We'll just take it for science. See what it looks like.
For science.
Test it out. Alright, another Smoke the Peace Pipe, Trinket Peddler. How many artifacts? We're only going to play, 1-2 artifacts probably? So
yes, you really need that.
Not a ton of artifacts. Aerial Shootout, Starry Visions, Blightwing Wild Shaper, Riverboat Gambler, Bloodshot Desperata, sacrifice an artifact or creature, sure. Vengeant Packmaker, another one of those we don't really want. Cultivate. I wish we could just pick up one of those green-red or white-green dual lands right about now.
Yeah.
I don't really want any of these.
Yeah, and honestly, I would go for the Desperata, but...
Desperata, yeah. It does deal 1 damage to target creature or player, so if our opponent has a 3/1 or a 2/1, we can use this. We already do have, We already do have one of these,
Yeah, we got one already.
Yeah, I don't want this. Don't really want this. I guess we'll just take the Desperata. And I don't want another 4-mana 3/3 menace guy. So, all right, Guardian of the Dead. Can't be target spells or abilities. Cards and graveyards can't. Players can't exile cards from graveyard. Wow, that's a complicated card.
Yeah,
but it is a 1-mana 2/1.
Yeah.
This might be something to consider just because of that. Mind Collapse, Nane Rogue, sure. Well, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature can't block this turn. We're going to be playing Drag Behind, and we're going to be playing Hogtie. We don't have a ton of other really good non-creature spells, except for the Shotgun, but it could be something to consider. Also, it's Prowess, so when we cast... although we don't have any instant or sorcery spells for the Prowess, so
yeah.
I don't know. Centaur Field Hand, Cultivate, Joint Assault, Snapping Hydra, Reflex X green. It's battlefield X +1/+1 counters on it. When it's battlefield, you can fight another creature. Cool rare, but not for us. Calamity Machinist. So 4-mana 2/2 Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless construct token. Wow, that's pretty good. But we are not in those colors.
Nope.
I guess we're just going to take Guardian of the Dead.
Take her.
He helps us to have longer straights, too, since it's a 1-drop. I don't think we have any other 1-drops besides Drag Behind, so... we'll just take it. Beat down. Ignore the other text on it, mostly.
Whoa, take that first one.
Ooh, Sheriff Steed. So 3-mana 2/2 flyer is much better than a 4-mana 2/2 flyer. And it also gives something else flying. Ghostly Presence, Necromancer, Soulless Thieves, Wrangle, Jackalope, Mountain Claw Bear.
Hey!
8-mana 8/8 rare. Trample. Whenever it attacks, you can destroy an artifact or enchantment or land. Pretty cool. And Settle. So yeah,
obviously the Steed.
We're just taking the Steed here. Alright, what do these last few picks have for us? We have Faraho's Shield, Goat Herder, Drive Off, Tawny's Huckster, Outland Necromancer, Naki Gunslinger, so this is a rare with Warband. Whenever it becomes paired with a creature, both creatures gain double strike until end of turn.
Not bad.
That's actually not bad at all. I was
Take
going to say maybe take the Goat Herder to get the 0-cost goat for longer straights, but I think this is just going to be way better.
Yeah.
I mean, the double red and its mana cost kind of hurts, but even in the later game, it's not bad.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
especially on like a flyer or something else with evasion. Alright, Cattle Drive, Killshot, Patrolman, Festering Black Lung, Wrangle, a young gun.
Take it!
Yeah, it's a good 2-drop. We'll just take it. And it, again, combos well with our double barrel gun that we can search up with our Stoneforge Mystics. Killshot, Dowsing Prospector, Ghostly Presence, Lumberwood, Hodag, and whatever.
Killshot.
Yeah, we'll just take the Killshot for the sideboard. I don't think we're going to play it main deck. And yeah, I'm loving how our deck is going. Take the Peace Pipe for the sideboard.
Caracal, I guess.
Caracal, sure. And we have Aerial
Neither.
Shootout.
Take the Gambler, whatever.
Gambler's cooler. We'll take that one. And last pick.
Drive off. The one we just passed.
Alright, cool. So this is our deck. So let's go ahead and build it. So let's sort by color first, and we can get rid of the things that are obviously not going to be in our deck right away.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so here we are sorted by color. So let's get rid of these green cards, and these black cards, and these blue cards. And Juggernaut we can probably play, Shotgun will play. I don't think we're going to be playing the War Chief, unfortunately, since we just have we had 2 chances to pick up a dual land and we didn't take it either time. So that means we might want to play less Warband. I mean, we'll play a few of the Warband things that are good on their own, but the ones that are just not good on their own, like Kyrie Brave, I mean, we'll probably just not play them. So, all right, I don't think we want to play 2 Bloodshot Desperados. We'll see though. Trinket Peddler, that just seems so mediocre in our deck.
Yeah.
Smoke the Peace Pipe, we don't want to play that. Sheriff Steed, Wild Shaper, no thank you. Redeem Lawbringer's good 2-drop. We'll try this guy out. Nimbus Hog, Killshot. I don't think we need 2 kill shots when we have 3 drag behinds.
Yeah, drag behind is just strictly better, like you said.
It's not strictly better, but it's definitely going to be better most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think Hogtie's going to be good. I think we have enough creatures that it's going to be good, so... Got from Deputy, yep, fantastic. Guardian of the Dead, it's just going to be 1 mana 2/1. Faraho's Shield.
Sideboard.
Yep, and Angelic Regular. Alright, so we have 29 cards in deck. Let's sort by converted mana cost. And we'll see what we can get rid of. We're going to want to get rid of the more expensive stuff, like the 4-drops, maybe some 5-drops. So, yeah, these Vengeance Pact Makers, I'm just not really excited about them at all.
They do have War... Well, we're not playing that guy.
Yeah, we're not playing the Warband guy anyway. I like the rest of our 4-drops. Like, this is... just fantastic. This guy can 2-for-1 our opponent. This is just amazing.
I love Nimbus Hog.
Stunshot Centaur, not super thrilled about it. Let's see what we got in the 3s. The Charlatan, the Steed, the
Quartermaster can probably go.
Quartermaster can probably... Since we picked up the 3rd Young Gun,
yeah, we really don't need it.
I think we can just get rid of it. Alright, and then we have Killshot. Maybe we just don't need Killshot. I think we can just get rid of that one since we have, again, 3 drag behinds, the Hog Tie, and we have the double barrel shot spell gun, so... Got from Deputy, we want those. I don't think we need 2 Desperados. I think 1 is maybe fine, or maybe we don't even need the other one. You know?
Yeah, they're kind of expensive.
I mean, it's great. I like having it to have some reach. So, like, again, if our opponent gets down to 3 or 4 life, we can just burn them out by sacrificing our creatures. But I don't think we're going to need to do that.
This looks good to me.
So, all right. So we're at 23. So that leaves us with 3 drag behinds: Guardian of the Dead, Hogtie, Naki Gunslinger. So Naki Gunslinger, what do they work well with? I mean, I guess if we can renown these guys, just having 3/3 double strike's good. It's Kyrie Brave's kind of bleh.
Well, what would you replace it with?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I really don't want to replace it with a 4-drop. I mean, we could replace it with a Quartermaster, but that seems unnecessary.
You could put another Desperado in.
I think I'd honestly rather have the Desperado than Carrier Brave, just because, again, it gives us that reach if our opponent's at a low life total, and then we can just sacrifice some creatures and win the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that might seem a little strange, but I think I was just not impressed with Carrier Brave in the games we played.
Yeah, and it shows.
All right, yeah, I think I like everything else, and again, we have some 5-drops here, but the 5-drops are all pretty good. This is just a guy that beats down and is removal.
Yep.
Juggernaut just...
beats face.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost unblockable against anything that's not aggressive. It's just great, and Angelic Regulator is insane. Yeah. So yeah, I really like this deck here. We have 23, so what I'll do is I'll take this deck and add some lands, and Abbey and I will do another draft that you guys won't see, and Abbey will draft a deck, and then we'll smash the 2 decks each other and see how different this Lorado experience is from last time.
Let's try it out.
See you then.